What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Still whistling. Fuck. Anyway. Can you even see through that lens? That might be better. Might be worse. I'll find out when I edit it. So, today we're gonna review this lovely hood, the ArcOne BFF. As you can see, I do use it. It is from ArcOne. No, they don't pay me for any of this. They did send me a t-shirt. That was cool. But I had to buy the hood with my own ducats. That was a couple $100. So, I know all of you and all of me are always looking for quality, cheap tools, which don't often come together in the same sentence. Kind of like, you know, fast, reliable, and cheap. Pick two. But I thought I'd give this ArcOne a try because, you know, we're all looking for quality, cheap tools so we can spend more money on things like that Dominator pump, or that Dyer's blower down there, or those Ross pistons up. Those Ross pistons up there, and the Indy blower intake for a B-deck Mopar with Edelbrock heads. Indy's like the only person that makes an intake for it, and boy, they're proud of it. But anyway, getting off topic. The ArcOne welding. What I like about it, what I don't like about it, what I love about it, and what I absolutely hate about it, which is only like 2 things. So, let's get after it. So, we're gonna be using the ArcOne today to finish off some of these welds on my dad's truck. 55 3200. Not a 22, a 32. Gotta have the 6 frickin' lug nuts to make it a 32. Just ask my dad. So, we're gonna finish up some of these welds. I'm gonna talk about the hood. You're gonna click subscribe, and we'll all move on. I gotta find somewhere to set you guys up because this tripod is only this frickin' tall. I still haven't found my other one. I don't know what the hell I did with it. But it's gone. She's gone. So anyway, the ArcOne. One of the things I don't like about it immediately shows itself. This little dude. It just clips on. Hopefully you guys can see this. Let me move this screen out so I can see. So I know you guys can see. This little doodad right here always falls out of the frickin' hood. This is for your sensitivity and the darkness of the hood. Big old analog dials, and most likely the batteries in here, I would imagine. So yeah, but it hooks onto this post right here via this little slot, and the only thing that really holds it is the tension of this foam. I'm about ready to glue the fucking son of a bitch in there because I'm tired of messing with it. You can hear it snapped into place, but still likes to fall out. And when you drop your head, still there. Oh, that's just one of the things. This is in no particular order. My YouTube channel is definitely not scripted. I just think of shit and say it. The filter in this hood, the filter in this thing is freaking amazing. Uncle Tony's Garage. You can see colors that I've never seen before welding. The clarity is incredible. And I need this light on. You guys see that? So I always have to have a light pointed right at what I'm welding, you know, on the other side of the hood because I can't see shit for some reason. So this lens definitely makes a difference in my ability to see what I'm doing. On the downside of this lens being so massive, you get some backlight. If this light was behind your head, you're gonna be staring at a reflection of your face. It's true. I mean, I suppose you could mitigate some of that by putting a cloth right here, covering some of it. Whatever, it's not usually a huge problem when I'm welding. It's been a problem a few times when I'm TIG welding and stuff and my face is down in the bench and the light's coming directly down through the back of the hood and bouncing off the lens and creating a reflection of my gorgeous face, which is very distracting when you're trying to weld. I mean, who wouldn't want to look at this? So I'm gonna get something to clean this so I can, oh, never mind. That looks like it's working good. As I said, I do use it. I think I've had it about 4 months now, something like that. Maybe 5, I don't know. Look at the last video when I bought it. That's when I got it, that day. That camera's pointed at the ceiling. These Safety Clean, focus. This brand, whatever these are, don't buy them because they're always freaking dry when you pull them out of here. This thing's bone dry. What, am I supposed to clean something with a piece of paper? These ones, on the other hand, have always been wet when I pull them out of here. So I buy these now. The Safety Clean ones can suck it. Oh, I'm really gonna be able to see now. This protective screen likes to slide right out of this too. There's no lock for it. Again, not a huge deal. I got coffee inside my hood. Don't ask me how. Probably drinking coffee. The filter does pop right out of this thing. It's got, oh yeah, it's got this little feature. This button right here pops out the front lens. You see that a little bit? Yeah, that's how you remove this front cover. I do have one more new one that ArcOne was kind enough to send me. So I think it might have come with one too when I bought it. So, I'm gonna do a little welding and then we'll get back to talking about the helmet. I gotta compose my thoughts. I'll do it under a welding helmet. This is the worst tripod in the world. Ah. Oh yeah. It got on the welding North Face, as you know, it's already full of holes. When they're new, they take the splatter really well. But once they start getting older, it goes right through it. Right through it. Trust me. So I'll get this hood on and then we'll talk some shit about it. The headgear is super comfortable. It's all many piece headgear. It's got this individual back piece that conforms to your head. And then the straps for your height are all adjustable. You know, for if you're wearing your beanie and your hoodie and your everything, because this is Washington. And that's how you start your day, and then you end your day like this with nothing. And then 4 o'clock rolls around and it's dark and you got to put all that shit back on. I find the hood works better with some sort of headgear besides this headgear. Okay, you see how this thing doesn't come down all the frickin' way with one. Now this knob is super tight and this one's super loose. I loosen this one, if I can. Okay, now they both have tension on them. They're both, I don't know, 7 inch-pounds. They're both 7 inch-pounds now. You flicker down, and it smacks you right here. But it only works that good for maybe 5 times. That was 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one's incredibly loose now. Not even tight. 6, 7. So, it's working decently right now with most of the tension off. But now this one is completely loose. So, if you bend down at all, where you just go to look at the ground, the hood immediately falls down. If you get enough tension on her that you can look down at the ground, still flipping pretty decent. I guarantee now it's going to be loose. Yeah. So they either come really loose, or if you have them tight enough that you really got to fucking get your neck into her to flip it down, they get so tight that it's hard to put the thing back up and you end up just ripping the whole thing off your head. Watch. I mean, this one was completely loose. And this one's, look, it's so tight it's moving the hood. Anyway, like I said, let's do some welding. Gotta bring my light. Another thing with this hood, it fogs up really bad. I think that has to do with the lens size. So, I mean, if you're gonna get a filter this big, I would suspect it's a problem with every hood because it's lower than your nose, you know, so you breathe on it. You can't control the distance of this thing, how close and far away it is from your face, so that may not happen as much, but so if you get these things, sorry, this stuff's really hard to show. I'm gonna take off my gloves so my fat fingers aren't in the way. This little guy, stand by. Just wait. So ArcOne was kind enough to also send me some headgear. She said it was prototype headgear, but it looks like the exact same headgear that's in this hood. So I don't know. It looks the exact same to me. Even has what I'm trying to show you. These guys right here. So there's this wheel on here that moves forward and back. Okay? Effectively moving the whole hood. See, it's down on your face. She's down on your face right here. Okay? You move this wheel, if I can do it. Oh, I gotta loosen this. You loosen this wheel. Come on, fumble fingers. You loosen this wheel, and it moves the hood closer and further away from your face. I liked it kind of far away from my face. There's a problem with this. This hood is heavy. This big lens. I mean, again, I'm sure it has to do with the size of the lens. It makes it heavy. So, and then the headgear doesn't flop down very consistently, and it just adds to the problems having the hood that far away from your face. It would be nice to have it that far away from my face so when I'm breathing under it, it doesn't fog up. I mean, one of the reasons why it fogs up is because it's cold here where I am at the moment. And then this, if this knob is too loose, which it does on its own when you're moving the hood up and down, will fly. It will go from this fourth hole up here, focus. It will move from this hole up here, you flick it down, and it will skip all of these holes and end up in the back one, or possibly not even in a hole. Okay, true. And now when I got this hood, the up, it had a nice positive stop, worked really well. Okay, I heard it. It almost came out of its hole. And I run it all the way back apparently. Or maybe I just had it all the way forward. Oh, come on, hood. Oh, man, that just reminds me. This, you have to push in on it to change the size of the hood. I'll tell you right now, you hand this hood to your friends so that they can weld, they're not going to push in on this. They're going to go like this. Okay? And this one's already kind of stripped out because, you know, I believe it or not, I do have friends. No, one less, but who's counting? So, that will happen. You have to push in on this to get it to turn. Again, not a huge on your hood. You hear that? That's in the positive stop. I gotta scrooge down. That's where it should be right there. And you go a little further. You hear that pop? That is, I wonder if it's on this headgear. How can I show you this? Yeah, here it is. Let's see if we can get in here and look at this. This little lever right there, right, like that, it just cams over that piece of plastic. That's what holds it in the up position, and when I force the hood, it does that and goes right by it. Not the greatest design. And the looser you have this knob that loosens on its own, the easier it does it. So, and that's the same. It uses the same arm and the exact same piece of plastic on there as for the up and for the down. This is up. Clicked in there. You see it? We're looking right here, guys. Look right here. That's off, so the hood's coming down now. Hood's still coming down, and bang. It hits that stop right there. So if this is too loose, either this goes by this, and the hood just smacks you in the chest, or it stops. One of the two. But the more I use the hood, the more wore out the plastic, not the arm. The arm's not getting wore out. It's this positive stop on this piece of plastic that's taking the damage. So take it for what it is. Now see, it even does have rubber on here to try and mitigate some of that turning of the knob. Good idea in theory, but it doesn't work. So anyway, more welding. More welding while I think. What else can I tell you guys about this hood? I mean, I can tell you right now, I'll probably buy it again. Because the price was right, and the lens is really... That does get... This one was completely loose. That part does get annoying. If it had one of those positive stops on each side of the hood, I think that would help a lot. A lot. Because you can feel, even when you're moving your head around, it wants to fall. It wants to fall. So yeah, I just had to move that all the way back to the back again. Sorry, I don't know the names for these thingies. I have noticed the tighter you have the headgear on your head, the better it works. Look, and now this knob's too freaking tight. Pisses me off. So, what else? What else about this freaking thing? I already told you it's kind of heavy. The headgear is really comfortable. I mean, I think that's kind of what they were focused on, is making it comfortable. Sorry, that light's right in your guys' eyes. I don't know that. I don't work for ArcOne. I just use their stuff. So far, just this hood. It's the only ArcOne thing I've owned. I'd like to get one with a smaller lens and see if it's any lighter. But I'll spend money on projects before I buy another welding hood. So yeah, what else can I tell you guys? Yeah, I mean, that's really about it. You know, those are the things I dislike about it. The thing I hate about it is the stop for the up and down. It sucks. It's a piece of poop. Piece of poop. The backlight can be a problem. It's not a deal killer. It's big enough for Uncle Tony's Garage stickers. That's important. If you don't know who Uncle Tony's Garage is, go figure it out. Oh, this thing does have the TIG welding sensors that work off magnetism, as far as I understand. It works really well. Sometimes the hood can be too sensitive, but I'd rather have it too sensitive than not sensitive enough. And it has an analog dial right here to change the sensitivity anyway. So, I think next for this hood is I am going to take parts off this headgear and install them on this side of the hood so I can have a stop on both sides. Then the other thing I need to figure out is how I can keep the friction of the hood from turning these. I'm gonna do something because it drives me nuts. I just want it to stay the same tension all the time. The tension of your being able to put it up and down changes continuously when you're moving this hood, because this action tightens and loosens those frickin' knobs. See how it's moving the whole knob? So that's loosening it when you put it up, and that's tightening it when you put it down. And this side would be the exact opposite. Oh, look, it's not moving that one. Because I'm just moving the headgear. If I was moving the hood, see, you move the headgear, it doesn't move. You move the hood, and it moves. And that's tightening, and that's loosening. Very freaking irritating. We'll see if we can improve on ArcOne's design, because it already has the positive stop I need on this side. So if I drill me some more holes, like this side, over here, and steal this arm right here off of the spare headgear they gave me and combine it with this, might get somewhere. We're gonna try that later. Let me know if you guys want me to try it on the YouTube. I'll do some ArcOne BFF hood modifications. Edit! Nothing stays stock. Edit everything. Anyway, thanks for coming by, guys. I'm gonna finish up this truck. I'll edit this video for you guys and get it out. Overall, the ArcOne BFF, it's a good hood. It's a good hood. All in all, the ArcOne BFF is a good hood, especially for its price. It was $200. It has things I don't like about it, but they're things that I can work around. But yeah, I mean, all in all, it works great. The filter I love. I love the freaking filter. The weight, kind of heavy, especially in the very front. It's front heavy. I usually like them front heavy, but I'm not talking about welding hoods. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to know anything more about the hood. I'll try and answer your questions the best I can. Until then, until I modify it, I'm just going to fight with it. Much like that. I may loosen her up so I can actually use it. Silly freaking thing. You constantly got to fiddle with the knobs or it's going to get you. It'll get you. And then it'll do that. This is really annoying. This is actually one of the reasons why I bought a new hood. And now I'm still dealing with it. Oh, see what happens when it's too tight? You just strip the whole thing off, just trying to put it up. Headgear didn't even frickin' move! Yeah. Doesn't even lift up, man. Yeah. I wish you could feel how freaking tight this was right now. I almost pulled my beanie off and everything. And this one's gonna be super loose. Super loose. Just loosey goosey. This one's super tight. Which makes it super annoying. And then it just falls down whenever it wants when you get them loose. It's okay, I'm just trying to work. Yeah, came right off again, man. Just falls right off all the time. Look at it, super freaking tight again. Look at it. Still ain't coming loose. Here's one. I don't get it. Here I was just saying I'd buy it again, but that's just it. The more you use it, the more these problems affect you because you're using it. If you're only going to use this thing on the frickin' weekends, it's great. If you're going to use it every day, it's going to be annoying. If you're going to use this for production work, buy another hood. I would not make it through an 8-hour workday of welding wearing this hood. I would throw it in the garbage can. How's that for a review? Using it 20 minutes at a time, once a day. Using it on the weekends. Using it for one project. Shit. I gotta buy a new hood. Yeah, well, anyway, guys, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go cut this thing up. I got 1, 2, 3 more welds here, and I'll throw this thing on the YouTube for you guys. And I appreciate all of you. See, it still didn't move. It sucks because I like the hood, except the more I use it. There you go, Dad. Transfer case crossmember is done, by the way, too. Oh, come paint all this shit so I can I don't know, do the steering, I guess. We'll see you guys later.